Would this work? Why would this work? Good Mike. Why would this work? Let's see. Yep. Oh. Oh, you know why? Probably. You gotta be over Smith Station, right? Okay. That's it. There it is. Oh, Paxton. Good. Check. Check 1 2 1 2. We are coming to you live from Pacelli. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the place they call the land. I'm here at Pacelli High School for this region contest between the Calvary Christian Knights and the Pacelli Vikings here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. A moments away, it was senior night tonight. I'm alongside Paxton Holloway. Got senior night where we honored Shannon Menifee and Anna Doe.
Yeah, and two, absolute studs for the Pacelli Vikings. I've gotten the pleasure to call a few of their games now, and they never fail to disappoint. Consistent is the key for them. They're never off.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We're going to take a break. As you're watching the Beck Center St. Anne Pacelli Game of the Week on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Don't go anywhere. We got Calvary and Pacelli. This place is going to pack out. So stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national news weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And we are back here at St. Pacelli. Paxton, we got a busy day today because, Calvary's playing Pacelli in softball right now.
Yep. Now, I called that season opener, the home opener for Calvary and Pacelli, and that was a really good game. It seems like any time these two schools play each other in anything, it's going to be close. It's going to be exciting.
No question about it. This was a rematch of the game that took place at Calvary, where Pacelli ended up winning in 4 sets. Pacelli trying to bounce back after getting upset by Brookstone on Tuesday. Brookstone came in, defeated the defending GIAA champions in 3 sets. It was actually an incredible sight to see.
And that's a major upset for Pacelli. They're still ranked within the top 25 in the state of Georgia. I believe they're still within the top 100 nationally, so not a pushover team whatsoever, but for them only to be in second place in the region, that's something nobody saw coming.
Incredible. And by the way, Pacelli is ranked 21st in the state. That's the entire state of Georgia when it comes to volleyball teams. I think this Pacelli team could go toe-to-toe with just about any volleyball team in the state, as they are led by Shannon Menifee, one of the seniors that was honored earlier today. She leads the team in curls per set. But how about the junior, Mela Resnick, another force in that front line? For first-year head coach Kristen Trotter, who took over for the championship coach Jillian Schoenberg, who was actually here in attendance just to watch the seniors that she coached last season and years before. Calvary, led by their first-year coach, Kendra Pinthorn. And by the way, Calvary is ranked 6th in the GIAA. So there's a possibility that they could meet in the playoffs. So I am excited about this upcoming volleyball match. Cannot wait for it, Paxton.
I'm with you there, Richard. Calvary they need to win this. This is a must-win.
Oh, no question.
I know that the fire is hot underneath their seat because, like you said, they got dominated at Calvary by the same Pacelli team. So it's only reasonable to think they want to come in here and do the same thing to them.
Some of the leaders on the Calvary Knights include Abigail Holder and Abigail Steffens. They're going to be a force in that front line. Olivia Smithwick, one of the leaders as far as setting her teammates up. I think this is going to be a back and forth game. This is going to probably go the distance, like we witnessed on Tuesday against Brookstone and Pacelli. Great volleys. You're going to see some digs. You're going to see some slams that look like they were sure points, but you have like high IQ players like the libero for Calvary, Madeline Gaps, the libero for Pacelli, Allie Vickery. They got a very important role on this team. As you can see, the flag judges getting ready in position. We are ready to play some volleyball, Paxton. All right, you're watching the Beck Center, St. Pacelli, game of the week, here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Ready to start this one. Paxton, you've seen this Pacelli team. What's your takeaway on how they play? they got to start off fast, but they can also come back if they find themselves behind.
Yeah, completely right. And fast is the key word to how Pacelli likes to play. They get a big lead quick in each and every set that they play. And that big three of Anna Doe, Shannon Menifee, and Malia Resnick, it's hard to beat them.
Yeah,
Anna
no
Doe,
question.
when she has the ball in her hands serving, it's almost impossible to get it out of her hands. She almost has to make a mistake for them to switch the serve. Malia Resnick, Shannon Menifee, if the ball goes up and they are about to try and get a spike, good luck is all I can say. But this Calvary team, lots of great stars. Madeline Gaps is one that I'm going to have my eye on here tonight, playing travel volleyball for different teams. I've seen progress from when I was at Calvary when she was just 8th-grade freshman.
Yeah.
The growth in this team, I'm very excited to see, but this should be a matchup for the ages.
Pacelli in their home whites. The libero, Allie Vickery, is wearing the red jersey. Madeline Gaps is wearing the black jersey with the green trim. And Calvary is wearing their whites as well with the green trim. We are ready to go. The starters, Aiden Steffens, Abby Holder on that front line, along with Abigail Steffens. So we got Aiden Steffens and Abigail Steffens, both sisters. And Calvary Christian is about to start as Madeline Gaps is going to serve. And we are underway here at Pacelli. Nice bump there by Vickery. And that's in the net. Well, Calvary up first. 1-0.
And that's the way that Calvary is going to win this entire game is Pacelli's going to have to make those mistakes.
And there's the first mistake by Calvary, which Pacelli gets the point. And now Anna Doe, one of the seniors who was honored at senior night earlier today. Gaps with a bump. Steffens. Doe sets. Resnick. Oh, what a block. Blocked there by Steffens. That's in the net. Calvary's up 2-1. Gotta start fast here, Paxson.
Oh, we knew it would, too.
We know Calvary is going to need to try to not make the big mistake, especially playing a talented team like Pacelli in a hostile environment as well. 2-2 is your score here in the first set. Mayla Resnick, the junior, on the serve. What a line drive. It gets over the net. Shannon Menifee with a big serve.
And that's only going to fire up the Pacelli crowd even more. And like I said, when that ball goes up and you see Menifee jumping, good luck.
Good luck stopping that is right, Paxson. Oh, good dig. Gaps. The bump in the net. Oh, wow. Good save. Steffens out of bounds.
And this is another dangerous server on the line. Malia Resnick is, when she gets hot, she's almost impossible to stop as well.
No question. And her serve is coming in so fast. You try to volley it, it takes a bad angle. It goes out of bounds.
It's almost like she hits it down. She meets it at the apex when she throws it up, just like that. And that's on a downward spiral the whole time.
Smithwick gets it over. Menifee, Gaps with a bump. Smithwick sets. Steffens. That's in. How about that location? Good placement.
And that's 8-ball corner pocket there.
Yeah, there you go. Good call by the corner judge. Aiden Steffens on the serve for Calvary. And Pacelli lets it go. Smart move by Pacelli. Don't have to play it. You're taking a risk. Now here's a freshman sensation, Samantha Sinabola. She has been a surprise coming in. First year for Pacelli. Smithwick sets. Holder. Bumped by Doe. Sinabola. Resnick gets it over. Oh, what a dig by Gaps. But I think the ref already called it. It was net interference and something. So he whistled the play dead. It's going to be point Pacelli.
And to your point, Sayambola, the freshman, 3 more years ahead of her.
Oh, wow.
You've got to think that's going to be that cornerstone of this Pacelli team for the next 3 years.
Sets it up. Smithwick, Holder in the net. I know she wanted that one back. Was trying to tee it up, but just could not quite get the angle. We are in a timeout. It's 8-3 Pacelli. This is the Beck Center St. M. Pacelli Game of the Week. We are brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, the Houston Clinic, and Kinetic Credit Union. Don't forget, we have a new segment that we're going to have, that we are going to have the Houlihan's Play of the Week. We're going to nominate 3 plays. That's going to be throughout all the sports, football, softball, volleyball. And you can vote on it, and we are excited about that feature here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Don't forget, you'll name the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game after the conclusion of this game. Nice dig by Steffens. Holder just flips it over. Oh, good job there by Pillar, yeah. Oh, there's a point, and that was Olivia Loudermilk, the sophomore, getting the point.
And that's exactly what you want coming out of a timeout. Kind of get your wits about you and come out, score first point.
Holder with the serve. That nice bump there by Steffens. Smithwick. Steffens deflected off Pacelli, point Calvary. Paxton, you mentioned how this gym is loud. How intimidating has that got to be for the opposing team?
Speaking from somebody that had to play basketball many times on this court,
There we go.
It is awful. You can't hear anything. Communication is almost impossible down there. It's hard to play in here. It really is.
By the way, to our right, longtime Calvary basketball coach Steve Smithwick, who the court was named. He's named after the court. The court named after him. Boy, I got my words tongue-tied there. Setting it up, Vickery. Resnick. Tough play. Hard to slam it from that back line, but when it's done to perfection.
Exactly, and it also looked like she might have jumped a bit early there, so could have played into it as well.
Yeah, got to time it perfectly. Here's Olivia Smithwick. Speaking of Smithwicks, oh, that was close. All right, Paxton, that looked like it might have been on the line.
That does look like it could have been in. That's about as close as you're going to get.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Here's Shannon Menifee. Nice dig by Steffens. Trying to save it as Loudermilk. And Pacelli comes up with a point. So volleyball rules, 3 sets in the GIAA. Play to 25, you got to win by 2. Oh, and that went to the net. And on to serve for Calvary is Josie Blake.
And the story early on here is the serves by Calvary, just the mishits, had a lot go out of bounds. A bunch of them have hit the net. They really got to pick that one up in order to have a chance of beating this Pacelli team.
Natalie Pilar, the middle blocker, on her first serve. And Calvary hanging around. They got to get on a streak. I'm sure they were watching video footage of Brookstone trying to figure out how do we beat this Pacelli team. But newsflash, Brookstone is really good. Oh, and an ace. Madeline Gaps.
And that was the one that I said keep your eye on for this game is Maddie Gaps. I believe she's going to have just a breakout game.
Gaps on the serve. And Pacelli smartly lets it go.
Might have been a bit of a commentator's curse there, but
Yeah,
That's why it exists.
I am guilty of it. I do it all the time. The bump. Smithwick. Steffen slams it. There's Vickery. Resnick. Got deflected. Caps with a bump. Well,
What a save there.
Oh, look at the one-hand save. How did they get that? Steffens. Oh, what a rally. We got some blocks. Setting it up. Oh, a dig there by Gaps. Steffens. And that was just Pacelli not giving up on the play.
Yeah, and some great saves right there by the libero, Ali Vickery. Watch
There
her
you
in
go.
the back because not much gets past her.
There you go. Smithwick. Steffens. Not what she wanted on that one. The defending GIAA champion, Pacelli Vikings. Going up against the newcomer in the GIAA, second year, Calvary, who had a good season last year, went 13-10. They made the playoffs, lost to the Kings Academy, which was a Final Four team.
And already much better this year, sitting at 18-2 right now.
Well, much more improved this year by Calvary. Sorry, I had to entertain my Mike Green.
Do we have a velo gun? Do we know how hard she just hit that? Because I am really interested in knowing.
Oh,
My
what a great
goodness
volleyball
gracious.
reference. Olivia Dunn from LSU. Girlfriend of Paul Skeens from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, yeah.
That's Abby Holder there.
Abby Holder with the slam. That goes in as a kill in the stats. Slam, kill, whatever you want to call it, but it's called a kill. And she is leading the team in kills per set along with Abigail Steffens. 16 now, 16-12. Now 17-12. Mela Resnick on the serve. That's
That
with
would
a
look
bump.
like it might have gone out if she had let it.
Shannon Murphy with the slam.
And that's just what she does. I believe in senior night they were saying she's already surpassed this
She already
season
got 1,000
kills.
Yeah. Resnick. Gaps the bump. Smithwick. Holder. Abby Holder slams it down.
And that's a few now for Holder. She is hitting that with some force.
Calvary trying to make their comeback here, Paxton. Aiden Steffens, the senior, on to serve. Doe. Oh, Cena Boas. Got to get it over because that's 3 hits. There's a play. I thought that was going to be one of those where they were volleying. They had to get it over in 3. And they were right place, right time on that play.
That's right. Nobody said that it had to be pretty. It's just got to hit the floor.
No. Sometimes that's the luck of the draw. Now Cinemola on the serve. Nice dig. Smithwick with a bump. Holder just did not time it like she wanted. Pacelli inching closer to taking this first set. We got a timeout. We'll take one, too. Step aside. It's the first set between Calvary and Pacelli. It's the Beck Center St. Anne Pacelli Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we are back here at Pacelli. It's 20-13. Cinabola on to serve. Richard Holdridge, Paxton Holloway on the call. Cinabola. Nice dig there by Stephens. Well, that's going to be an ace in the stats for Cinabola.
And we hit on it earlier, but Cinabola, just a freshman.
Yeah, it's incredible. Stephens. Another point for Pacelli. Pacelli feels like the momentum is in their favor, that they're trying to close out this first set.
That's right. And if Pacelli wins first set, it's hard to come back.
Oh, it is
It
very
really
hard
is.
to overcome. Nice job there by Smith. We're getting it over. Resnick. Good dig by Gaps. Stephens from the back line. Doe sets. Menifee with a blank into the net. And that is going to be a point Calvary.
Now, that first spike there by Pacelli was from number 18, Ellie Jane Hagg. That's one that you don't hear a whole lot about, but she is a force to be reckoned with up at that net.
Holder to serve.
Right there, exactly what I said.
Jane Hagg. How about that shot?
You hear so much about Doe, Menifee, Resnick. She just sneaks in and will put it. She'll do the exact same thing.
Absolutely. That's in the back line with a bump. Hogg, Doe trying to get it over. Smithwick sets it up. Loudermilk, what a dig there by Resnick. And a block there by Holder. Or Smithwick, rather. Stephens, Smithwick, slamming it in. And that was number 28, Athens Harrison with the kill. 23-15. Olivia Smithwick on to serve. Doe sets. That's going to be more than 3 hits. It's now 23-16.
Just walked in the gym. His coach,
Jonathan Gord, the man, the myth. Doe over. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was he your coach or was that later?
he came in the year
He came in the year after you graduated.
But he came from Pacelli, so this is a bit of a homecoming.
His old stomping grounds. It is set point coming up for Pacelli. Shannon Menifee takes that. Gaps with a bump. Another bump. Burser. Pick by Doe. Dig by Stephens. Slamming it. Oh, what a save there by Hogg. Oh, Calvary gets the point.
And kudos to Anna Doe and Ellie Jane Hagg up there at the net for even trying to go up and block those. I know if I was out there, I would not want something that hard hit right at my face.
I would be afraid that I'd be hit in the face with a volleyball.
Absolutely.
Josie Blake on to serve for Calvary. Hogg with the set. Getting it over. Nice dig. Got to save it. Got to get it over, and they do. Doe. Resnick. Pacelli takes the first set. Pacelli wins the first set 25-17. We're going to step aside, and we're going to get ready for set 2. It's the Beck Center Pacelli Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
And we are back getting ready for set 2 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live's own Dave Plata in the building, saying what's up to him. You can catch him on Pacelli softball and football games. Of course, Reese is in the house. And we got some members of Georgia Alabama Sports Live representing Pacelli here, Paxton.
We do, and there's really no better place to be right now with this good of a matchup and this exciting of action. Where else would you want to be?
Yeah, and if you're a sports fan, you can kind of go back and forth between the softball game that's being played at Gallman Field and the volleyball match right here.
And as I said earlier, Pacelli and Calvary, known rivals of each other in every sport. It's always deeper whenever these two teams are playing each other. And so it doesn't matter what the sport is. It could be, soccer. It could be baseball. It could be football, basketball, whatever. You're going to have students show up from each side.
Yeah.
And they're going to make sure when something good happens for their team.
All right.
We mentioned earlier Calvary's record at 18-2. Their only 2 losses are to Pacelli and Brookstone in their region. Pacelli's record 24-3 coming into tonight, which is just absurd. I mean, it's too good almost.
Pacelli's known for playing a lot of teams, a lot of GHSA teams from higher classifications. They're always in tournaments. Their volleyball team does not. I don't see them in other sports. They are completely committed to volleyball.
Oh, yeah, and it seems like every year they just get better. And you think, how could this team get any better? Well, they're constantly bringing in more pieces. They are just building so much chemistry. They got so many young players out there. Like right now, you got Allie Vickery, who is just a sophomore. You've got Malia Resnick Jr., Cyan Bola, who is a freshman.
Wow.
Ellie Jane Hagg, another junior, I believe. So much chemistry already being built, and it's going to stay for the years to come. Let's go with the serve there. Well, that's it. Lays out. Unable to get it. Credit number 28 there, Abigail Steffens. That's going to send Maddie Gaps to serve for Calvary. Calvary looking to do what Pacelli just did in the last set, and that's start off quick here in set 2. They want to try to build a big enough lead early so that it makes it just almost impossible for Pacelli to come back. Vickery sets it up. That's Hagg. She clears it.
Oh, what a dig there by Vickery.
Steffens to Smithwick. Abby Holder trying to keep it alive, unable to do so. That was Josie Blake that was able to pop it up in the back there. But now the weapon for Pacelli.
By the way,
Baylor Resnick.
Baylor Resnick, her sister Madison Resnick was on the team last year. Got some members of that championship team in attendance here.
What a shot there by Steffens. Nice. Kind of drops down Vickery, Sayambola. Resnick able to get it over. Smith just kind of floated it, and Sayambola puts it where nobody else was. That's going to result in the 3rd point for Pacelli.
That's just anticipation, knowing the taller player just tip it over because you know it's going to try to go over. And why even try to volley it? You know it's going over. Just tip it over.
Yeah.
Oh,
And there's nothing you can do with
that's how
that.
you do a serve. Because not unlike ping pong, where if it hits the net, it doesn't count. It counts in volleyball.
Yeah, and when it hits the net, it just tumbles over. So nobody's there for a serve. Nobody, you can see right now, nobody's at the front of the net. So if it's going to do that, there's nothing you can do with it.
And they practice that too. You try to get it. Whoa, what a block. What a dig by Resnick, but it's not going to matter.
You credit Aiden Steffens there with that point. That's Olivia Loudermilk coming in now.
2 first-year volleyball coaches, Kristen Trotter for Pacelli, Kendra Henthorn for Calvary.
That one goes out, and yeah, 2 first-year coaches and these 2 teams being as good as they are is almost unheard of. So you got to think they're going to be in that position for a very long time. That's Ellie Jane Hagg that just serves there. Smithwick tries to set up Holder, but kind of in an awkward spot right there at the net.
Little bit awkward.
So Pacelli doing what they do best and just creeping that score up. Next thing you know, they'll be up 7 or 8, and it's hard to come back. Stefan gets that one over. Menifee was kind of fading away there. Right, that's in. Great cure right there for Abigail Steffens. Checking in was number 21, Athens Burleson, and now number 25, Taylor Wynn. And that is Abby Holder serving now. Doe sets up for Natalie Pillar, and Pillar's going to get it. And fun fact, Pillar, former Calvary Knight herself, so going up against her past team. Menifee now is back to serve for the Vikings.
Well, I tell you, that championship team, that was stacked last year. You had Caroline Hilton, you had Hadley Schoenberg, Noah Bell Schoenberg. I mean, they're in attendance here today, so cheering on for their former teammates.
And Resnick went up and did Malia Resnick things. Hits it as hard as she can right at somebody just to see if they can play it.
Yeah, one thing about this Pacelli team, they don't rebuild, they reload.
Yeah.
They're trying to go back to back.
Menifee just kind of pops one up.
Little change up.
I like that from Smithwick's trying to fit it in.
Looks like net interference on Calvary.
Menifee still with the ball in her hands. Calvary needs to get it out. Pops another one up there, making sure that it stays in. Pacelli moves the score now 10-4. Student section now starting to get in it. That one goes out of bounds, so Calvary's going to get possession of the ball. Headed back to serve is Olivia Smithwick. Served by Smithwick. That's a great dig there by Hickory. Sets up Pillar. Pillar just kind of tosses one over the net. Gaps to Burleson. Way to keep it alive.
Get a block on
net.
Burleson.
That's gaps to Smithwick. Set up for Stephens, and she's going to get the kill.
Great job by Abigail Stephens. Anytime you can get a kill where they're trying to block it and it takes a bad deflection, that's the quickest way to get a point where you're not trying to return it.
Smithwick kind of tips the top of the net there.
Raise the net just a little bit.
Oh, it's blocked over there by Stephens and Burleson. A little bit of a miscommunication, it looked like.
Yeah, a couple of blocks on that sequence.
That's Natalie Pillar back there, number 24 to serve. Smithwick sets up. And kind of another awkward spot there. Really hard to do anything, especially when your momentum carries you to cross that line under the net there.
Yeah.
It really just takes a lot of practice and skill to be able to get that over the net. This Pillar again. Stephens to Smithwick to Stephens.
Yeah, she's done that a couple of times in this set.
In comes Aiden Stephens. It looks like Olivia Loudermilk's going to come out for Josie Blake, and Blake's going to go back to serve now.
Yeah, this Calvary team's a young team. They only have one senior.
Yeah, very young. And
Aiden Stephens.
And Pacelli as well, only with two seniors. So,
Future's
Simon
bright.
Muller puts it in the perfect spot again. I mean, we can't iterate this enough. She's just a freshman over there. Doing what she's doing to these varsity teams is
Tremendous athlete, too.
yeah. I mean, all around. What a spike there by
That's 3 kills in this set by Abigail Stephens. She averages 3 kills in a game in the season, first set.
Madeline Gaps back there to serve. It's Resnick to Doe. Sets up for Resnick, and she puts a little bit too much juice behind that one.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
Calvary now lessening that lead. Now down just 4, 9-13 is the score. Great dig there by Vickery. Hagg's able to clear it. That's Gaps to Smithwick. Sets up for Holder. Miscommunication there. Blocked at the net.
Block
Smithwick
it.
gets out. Nobody there, though. And when in doubt, hit the ball to Resnick. I mean, that's their game plan right now, is just get her the ball.
No question about it.
Speaking of Resnick, she's serving now. Gaps is able to dig that one. Holder, great spike. Menifee hits one hard. Aiden Stephens to Abigail Stephens puts a little too much on it. So now Pacelli extends their lead 15-9. And this is Resnick again. Pops one up. Smithwick just kind of clears one. And Hagg's able to hit it. Tipped up there at the net. Tried to for the block was Abby Holder and Olivia Smithwick, but unable to get it. Resnick. Great play out there by Stephens. No sets up Siamola. Stephens tries to get in there and just tip it on over.
I think it was just a bad angle on the set.
It is, and like we've said, it's just awkward spots to be put, especially right there. But timeout is called, so we are going to step away for just a second. We'll be right back with more action here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we're back with more action from the Beck Center Game of the Week at Pacelli here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Got a close game right now between Pacelli and Calvary. Pacelli up 17-9, up 1-0 right now. Abby Holder moves the Knights into double digits now. I want to send a special thank you to our presenting sponsors over at Glenn Smith Chevy GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, and Houston Clinic. That's Abigail Stephens getting it to ace. Ace! Calvary needs to mount a comeback, try to tie this game up 1-1. Also want to send a special thank you to Roger Beck and the Beck Center for their coverage of Pacelli High School athletics here on Georgia Alabama's third slot. I'm going to set up for Menifee, and what a block at the net. Doe clears one. Sets up for Holder. Holder hits the top. So Pacelli now with a 7-point lead, 18-11. Natalie Pillar comes in for Allie Vickery. And the outstanding freshman, Sayambola, now serving. Looks like she mishit it, hit the bottom of the net. So she's going to come out. Vickery's going to come right back in. That's Aiden Stephens now serving. Hit that one just a little bit too hard. Now serving is Ellie Jane Hagg. Good job back there by Stephens to bump it up. Holder's going to hit it, and that one almost goes into the basketball hoop. That would have been cool.
Yeah, it was bouncing around a little bit. Yeah, one thing about this gym, they don't have the rafters where you could play it off the rafters.
Yeah.
Some gymnasiums, it's a live ball playing it off the rafters. It kind of looks like a game of Plinko.
Pillar hits one just a bit too hard. So Calvary now slowly coming back into this set number 2.
This Calvary comeback reminds me of the Braves' 5-game winning streak, where they just slowly coming back. They're not out of it yet.
They are this year.
Yeah.
That was Holder with the serve. Sets up for Abigail Stephens and blocked at the net by Natalie Pillar and Shannon Menifee, the senior. Menifee now with the ball in her hands to serve. 20-14 is her score. Gaps. Smithwick. Burleson tries to sneak one in. Resnick just hits one as hard as she can.
That was a thing of beauty.
Here's Menifee. Great dig there by Abigail Stephens. Burleson sets up. That's Olivia Loudermilk, and that one's going to fall. The credit the kill to Olivia Loudermilk there, number 4.
Tell you, Calvary's not giving up in this game. They're playing hard. They know the task at hand. It's just you go up against a juggernaut like Pacelli, they are tough to beat. Brookstone figured out the hard way on the blueprint on how to beat Pacelli, but everything was working in their favor in that game. They were at home, and the crowd was lively. And
Resnick's able to hit that one back to Vickery. Menifee clears that. That's Stephens in. And that's Resnick again. Loudermilk. Abigail Stephens clears it. Doe sets up Resnick one more time.
What a volley right here.
Back to Stephens. And Doe tries to sneak one over. And nobody's there. Madeline Gaps bumps it up for somebody to get there, and nobody did.
Well, Madeline Gaps went for the dig. I just don't think anybody wanted to. She was on the ground. I don't think they wanted to go over there.
Yeah. Allie Vickery now comes in for Natalie Pillar.
Oh, she's going to the opposite side. Here we go.
And
I like when they change it up a little bit.
She's a sneaky good server as well. That one did have a bit too much behind it. Got two substitutions now for Calvary. That's Aiden Steffens and Josie Blake. Blake's in to serve. Calvary needs to go on a big-time rally here. Doe sets up Resnick, and it's hard to start something.
You can't stop it.
Resnick is doing that to you.
You can't stop it. You can only try to contain it.
Now Doe with the serve. Tries to clear it, does Abigail Steffens. Right up near the net again. And Doe's going to look to secure this second set for the Vikings. Tries to float one, but hits the net. So, Calvary still with last little bit of life. Need to score 7 unanswered points to push this one to score to 26 in this set. Here's Gaps. Try to do that. Vickery not having to do anything with it. Ace. And that's one of the 7 that they need. 6 more now. Here's Gaps. Resnick, Doe, Sayambola. And nobody is able to get there. Aiden Steffens tried to dive out, caught a piece of it, but unable to get it. So with that, Pacelli takes the second set, 25-18. We're going to step away right quick, and we'll be right back here with more action of your Beck Center game of the week at Pacelli here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
And welcome back to Pacelli. Set number 3 is Rich Aldridge, is Paxton Holloway. on the call. We're getting ready for set number 3 here between Pacelli and Calvary Christian. Pacelli takes the first 2 sets, but Calvary battled. It was, obviously Pacelli is the more experienced team than the defending GIAA champions, but they did a good job battling. But now Calvary battling gaps. Will be on to serve. And here we go with set number 3. Menifee with a bump. Doe, Resnick. And that's how we start set 3. Resnick with a kill, and that's the way Pacelli wants to start to try to finish this game. You don't want to let Calvary hang around. So, that hits into the net.
Some of the volleyball players from Pacelli did something I've never seen. Throw T-shirts to their fans.
Throwing
over there.
T-shirts.
So
I love
that's
it.
pretty cool.
Nice dig there by Bickley. Oh, got to watch out for that score table. And on to serve is Abigail Steffens. Resnick trying to save it. Slammed by Holder. Fast start for the Knights.
And Abigail Steffens' last set, literally killing it. No pun intended, but she was really doing good in set number 2.
That goes into the net. It's Pacelli ball down 3-2. Naila Resnick on to serve. Smithwick. Steffens. Hey! Calvary, Abigail Steffens. And now her sister, Aiden Steffens. The lone senior here on the Calvary Knights on to serve. Menifee with a bump. Sinabola. Oh, blocking it. And how about Holder? Doe. Hogg. Ellie Jane Hogg. Spikes it through, and Pacelli gets the point. And now the freshman, Sinabola, on to serve for Pacelli. Steffens with a bump. Pilar just misplayed it. Calvary will get the point. They now lead 5-3. Abby Holder on the serve. Resnick with a bump. Doe sets. Too high, too far. Calvary feels if they can take this set, they got signs of life. Doe with a bump. Menifee. Back line. Played out of bounds.
And to your point, Rich, Calvary's got to win this set to have any life. They're down 2-0 now, so they can't lose another one. They've got to win 3 in a row.
The third and final set. And that's going to be net interference on Pacelli. And if it goes to a 5th and final set, they'll play to 15. But all the volleyball matches I've called, Paxton, I have yet to see one go the whole 5 sets. I don't know. Have you?
I want to say my senior year in high school, I watched Calvary do it maybe 2 times. They went to 5 sets. I think Pacelli was one of them. And it was definitely very entertaining to watch. It was a long night. It was probably the longest volleyball game I've ever seen. But
took like 4 hours, 5 hours.
It was, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
The length of a football game. Nice dig there by Steffens. Loudermilk gets it over. Doe with a bump. Vickery with a bump. Joe gets it over. Loudermill. Smithwick. Good job there by Athens. Burleson. Block. Stephens. Slamming it is Pilar, and Pacelli with the point. Natalie Pilar is just a tall frontline player that anticipates the jump, and there's no question. It's hard to return. You got the slam down for the point. Well, Shannon Menifee. Smithwick sets. Stephens. Doe sets. Resnick gets it over.
And I think the aspect of the Pacelli Vikings volleyball team that a lot of people overlook is their size. They are just so much bigger up at the net, so much taller. So it's hard, especially when you're playing up at the front, to even see what's going on.
Oh, yeah, no question. Menifee serves. Smithwick sets. And Stephens. Abigail Stephens with the kill for Calvary. Calvary takes the lead 8-7. Aiden Stephens checking in. Josie Blake checking in, and she is going to do the honors of serving. Doe, Resnick. What a block by Stephens. Got to get it over, and they cannot. That was 4 times they hit the ball. Josie Blake on to serve. 9-7 is your score. Resnick trying to dig. And that's going to be a point, Pacelli. Pacelli up 2-0 here in the third set. Trying to bounce back after losing to Brookstone on Tuesday. Pilar. Doe with a bump. Menifee races to it. Resnick slams it. Blake on that back line. Stephens trying to go for the dig is Pilar. Sinabola gets it over. Smithwick sets. Blocked. Okay. Stephens Burleson. Calvary up 10-8.
Maddie Gaps back there.
Gaps to serve. Madeline Gaps gives Calvary the 3-point lead. Back-to-back aces.
And this is exactly what Calvary needed to go their way. Now they got to just keep it rolling.
Doe sets. Resnick trying to go for the dig with Josie Blake, but Pacelli gets the point. This is the Beck Center Pacelli Game of the Week. We are presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Kinetic Credit Union, the Houston Clinic, and Coca-Cola. Doe. Vickery. Resnick. That's out of bounds. Calvary's got to keep up this momentum. Abigail Stephens on the serve. What a line drive. Doe gets it over. Gaps with a bump. Smithwick sets. Stephens from the back line. Menifee with a bump. Resnick with a slam. Nice dig there by Josie Blake. But that will be a point for Pacelli. Sometimes it just takes a bad angle.
It does, and you can't teach heart. You can't teach effort. So at the end of the day, if you're giving it your all and it just isn't going your way, there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Resnick to serve. Back line. Josie Blake sets. Holder. Back line sets. Slamming it is Ellie Jane Hogg. Aiden Steffens. And that hit the net. That's a point for Calvary. Well, just the way that it hit the net, it's just a tough break for Pacelli.
And isn't it so hard to recover from that, especially when it's falling down so quick after hitting it?
Yeah. Aiden Steffens, what a line drive. How about that by Olivia Smithwick? Got to go for the block. That one's in. Good placement by Shannon Menifee. You had two Calvary players jumping up high for the block. So Menifee knew where to place it. Here's the freshman, Sinabola. And that goes into the net. 15-11 now. Both ADs for both schools in attendance. Pacelli's AD, Calvin Thomas. For Calvary, Steve Smith. They know how big of a game this is. Point Pacelli. I'm guessing that softball game's still going on. Usually we'll see the softball team after their game is done. They'll come in attendance. I've seen that several times.
Usually also you'll have football teams come in after practice. So.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I thought that was going to be 4 hits. Oh, Pacelli is making their comeback here, Paxton.
They are, and this is not what Calvary needs. They've got to just keep on extending that lead. The longer that Pacelli has the ball in their possession, the worse it's going to get.
Ellie Jane Hogg on the serve. Win. Steffens on the net. And Pacelli trails by 1 here in the third set. Hogg is going to keep it going. Steffens with a bump. Smithwick. Good job there by Athens Paulson, and Calvary gets the point.
Letting Pacelli get close, but not letting them take it. That's what's important.
Olivia Smithwick on the serve. Normally is a setter, but she'll serve from time to time. Vickery. Shannon Menifee. And that's out of bounds. Calvary's got a break.
There was a real close call back in set 1 as well that went Pacelli's way, so maybe it was just line judge giving it to Calvary that time.
Smithwick on the serve. 17-14 Calvary. And Pacelli lets that one go. Smart move not to play it. It was deep. And so you're taking a risk. I mean, if it goes on the line, you got to tip your cap to Calvary. Pacelli made the right call. Loudermilk saves it, but you got to get it over. Blake does. Vickery bumps. Doe, wow, that fooled everybody on Calvary because I thought Doe was going to set it.
That's usually what she does.
Yeah. She decided, I'm going to set it, and I'm going to send it over the Calvary front line. Shelley trails by 1. Shannon Menifee. Steffens with a bump. Smithwick. How about that play? Good play there by Doe. You got to get it over. And Calvary lets it go. That was a play where the libero had to get it over because it was the third shot. And so smartly, Calvary lets it go. Josie Blake on the serve for the Lady Knights. Leading by 2 here in the third set. Smart play by Pacelli. They get the serve, and on the serve for Pacelli is Natalie Pilar. Listed as a middle blocker. And again, Calvary letting that one go and gets the point. The easiest point you'll ever get in volleyball. Just let it go. Madeline Gaps, the libero, on the serve. Nice line drive coming in. Hog, Sinaboa. Sinaboa with the slam. On to serve for Pacelli is Anna Doe, one of the two seniors that was honored at senior night before the game. Play. Holder. Good block by Sinaboa. We were all tied at 19.
And the freshman, again, proving that she can do a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. Stephens. Oh, what a dig there by Vickery. Nice dig by Smithworth. That's on the line. The serve, line drive coming in. Good block. Too far. That one was too far, Paxton. It's a back and forth game we got here in the third set.
And this is good volleyball right here. Very entertaining.
Ace. Pamela Resnick.
And there's nobody else that Pacelli would want with the ball in her hands right now than Malia Resnick.
No question about it. Good dig there by Gaps. Yeah, that gets punched into the net. Pacelli got a 2-point lead. We're going to take a timeout. We'll take one too as you're watching the Beck Center Pacelli Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we are back here at Pacelli. The Pacelli Lady Vikings lead Calvary in the third set, 22-20. Richard Holdridge, Paxton Holloway on the call.
Pacelli just needs 3 more points to take this entire game. 3 sets to nothing.
Resnick, Doe with a bump. Vickery with a bump. Ha! Backline, Josie Blake played. Step in, slams it. Good save by Anna Doe. Vickery. Backline, Stephens. Holder. Got the placement by Abby Holder.
And we've seen Pacelli do that multiple times to Calvary, so definitely was waiting for Calvary to pick up and do it themselves there.
Waiting. And now Aiden Stephens on to serve. Resnick, Doe. Resnick gets it over. Gaps with a bump. Smithwick with a bump. Stephens. Menifee. What a shot by Shannon Menifee. Pacelli 2 points away from closing out the game. Sinaboa on the serve. And Sinaboa nice. We've got match point coming up for Pacelli. This is it. Sinaboa trying to close it out for Pacelli. Oh, man. Calvary has a little bit of sign of life.
They only need 2 points to keep this set and just push it to 26. But they have got to get 2 unanswered right here.
Abby Holder on the serve. Hogg, Doe, Ellie Jane Hogg, and Pacelli wins the game in 3 sets. What a game. What a match by both teams. As Pacelli bounces back after losing to Brookstone, they're able to come back and get a big win. Well, Paxton, we gotta pick an All-State, Alex Quinney, All-State Good Hands Player of the game.
And
I think
it's no brainer.
There's no brainer. It's Mela Resnick.
Absolutely. And
She had a phenomenal game, but it was a team effort. Congratulations. Pacelli wins against Calvary. I think when the new volleyball rankings come out, they'll still be 1. I think Brookstone's going to jump up to number 2. Absolutely.
So that's no easy feat to accomplish. That takes a lot of skill, and for a team so young with a first-year coach to be able to do that is amazing.
All right, so for Paxton Holloway, I'm Richard Holderich saying so long from Pacelli as you're watching the Beck Center Pacelli Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We will see you next time.